First of all, nobody's ugly.
Well,
you're just poor.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, surgery can fix a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't laughed this hard in the whole show. You haven't laughed this hard the whole show.
Get some Botox.
Hi, welcome to Poquito D'Todo. I'm Donnelly Esteves.
I'm Vicky Pineda.
I'm Juan Pablo Franco.
And I'm Eduardo Alfaro.
So the first topic we're going to discuss today,
Speaking of fire,
because it's ongoing. We have ABC7 on the television here in the park. Right now they're zeroing in on the Pacific Palisades fire. At the moment, 11,000 acres have burned and 1,000 structures, and it's scary and it's problematic. It's awful because it's also very windy. So this is probably not going to be, properly contained anytime soon. And the air I was so surprised, even though I probably shouldn't have been because I've been here and done that in Southern California, with the amount of ash that even in the South Bay region has collected from these fires.
I think it's every year we get new ash, all the fires, but it's just kind of new this time because it's winter. You would think we're gonna have some rain. People want to go see snow and stuff, but they're getting ashes from fire, not any snow. It's pretty crazy. I got out today, in the morning. I went to my car. It used to be white. Right now it's like a light gray because of all the ashes and everything that it has on it. We haven't had rain, I think, in 8 months here in LA, so it's, yeah.
It rained a few days ago, though. What do you mean when you say we haven't had rain?
Like rain. Like it could have like the mist with the little sprinkle, but that's like actual rain. We haven't had actual rain. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's also the fact that it's closer to home. Normally when we see the fires, they're a little too far off from where we live. And now it's like they're super close. And it's not just only the one in Pacific Palisades. It's also the one in Altadena in Pasadena. And apparently there was like another fire that broke out this morning as well. So that makes it like 3 that are actually surrounding our area.
Is it the Hearst fire?
Yeah. And it's surrounding our areas. So it's like a lot closer to what we normally would see. I mean, this is the first time for me that I actually see like ashes in my car and like waking up and it's like orange in the sky and there's a lot of like, you can see all the smoke. It's the first time I've ever had. Yes, because I'm actually from San Diego. I'm not from LA. And in San Diego, we don't really have fires that they're really close by.
You just have teams that don't
play
good out there.
Then they suck.
Get used to it.
No, because I remember a couple years ago, there was one near the Getty Village, right there off the 405. I remember all that area off the freeway was all burned. Like I remember driving by and it was just all dark. But I don't remember what year it was. So probably you weren't here during that time because that was still pretty close to us. But yeah, even like watching the videos, watching pictures, stuff today, I was looking at like footage from the helicopters. It looks like those movies. I don't want to sound dramatic, but those movies there, it's like with the zombies or the world's ending and you see all this fire.
Movies.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's how it looks like the footage and it's real. It's like the things were actually going on. It's just crazy. I saw a bunch of cars that people just abandoned because they were either had to evacuate.
And then there was like what is it called? Like a bulldozer that was just like moving cars like out of the way.
Because the cars are just there.
Because they're just abandoned. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That looked like a movie too.
Yeah. But yeah, because they even interviewed people where they were just walking. Like there was a lady with her daughter and her dog, and she said, "I just left my car. There was other cars that were abandoned. I couldn't get anywhere, so I just started walking with my daughter."
I'd like to read you some recommendations about what to do during this time about the air quality. It is recommended that you avoid using indoor or outdoor wood-burning appliances, including fireplaces. We are meant to avoid vigorous physical activity, I assume, so that you're not breathing in a tremendous amount of this dusty air. We're asked to keep our windows and doors closed as best as we can. And then there's another bullet point here. Avoid using a swamp cooler or other fan that brings in outside air. So sometimes we have like units on the window that bring in air from the outside. And then it is recommended that you use an N95 or a P100 mask when going outside. So something a bit more robust.
And just a quick shout out to the firefighters. They're actually working their butt off to get this contained. So shout out to them.
And it's been rough. It's been hard because of the winds. Yesterday it was super windy. Santa Ana winds have been crazy where they've been moving the fire when they think they have something already covered and then the wind moves it somewhere else. So yeah, it's been tough for them. Hopefully they have all the help they need. I know that I've seen other fires before where like Mexico brings like firefighters from out there and helps out and stuff like that. So they might do that.
That happened last year, right?
I think it was last year.
I think it was last year.
When they sent out Mexico sent out some like their best firefighters out here to help out with the fires and stuff. So we might need that again because Yeah, it's getting crazy. Well, Happy New Year to everybody. All our
Mientras tanto, Happy New Year.
people out there. Hopefully
Happy
you guys all
New
had
Year.
great holidays.
Happy New Year.
And yeah, do you guys have any New Year's? Do you guys still do New Year's resolutions or any of that?
I do. Ironically, yeah. Even though I never complete them, some of them I do. No, I do. I do this thing every New Year where I do a vision board on. It's digital, just like on my phone, so I can have it.
What's the app called?
Canva.
Oh, I thought it was a particular.
No.
That works though. No, Canva's
It
great.
works.
You
Yeah.
grab all your photos from Pinterest, whatever you like, and then just put them up and then on Canva and just design them however you want. And then I also have a list of things that I want to accomplish through the year, and I use that on my planner. I haven't had a chance to do my list this year or anything because I was busy working. So I got the new year and I was already working. So this time that I'm off, I'm gonna work on that. But that's what I do every year. Out of everything that I put, I usually only accomplish like one thing or two.
At least it's something.
It's not bad because I
Yeah.
did see that. I think it was more than about half of Americans are the ones that do New Year's resolutions, but it was like a very small percentage that actually
Mm-hmm.
do that full thing throughout the year. So 1 and 2 is not bad. Dana, any New Year's resolutions?
Well, my New Year resolution is at least hit the gym more so I can be fit. Cause I literally got the membership and I stopped going for 2 weeks, and then now I'm just like, okay, I have to start going again. What the
Yeah,
say?
smoke from outside.
And then I was thinking of like also have to work on it. I eat a lot of fries. I love fries, so I need to stop eating fries.
Chick-fil-A.
I stopped eating Chick-fil-A last week,
Damn.
but
That's where I'm gonna go
I might get it this.
today.
I don't know. I've been craving Chick-fil-A, so
Me too.
who knows? But I need to work on myself, work wise, getting a better job.
Like being on time and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm on time all the time,
Okay.
just not here.
Oh,
But
yeah. Porque nosotros we're
on
not
time
important.
all the
That's crazy.
time. Just not here. That's not all the time then.
just not here. But I am focusing on myself, self-love, and
Selfish.
make sure that's not.
I know, just
That's
kidding.
not.
It's not.
And also trying to get a job, looking for a job that I want for the future for me, for like now, from my major, or what I majored with. What about you guys?
I too would like to start working in a more full-time capacity in something that corresponds to our major. We all study journalism in college, and I did have the privilege of publishing an article on ABC7 and Español's website in December, which was really nice.
Yay!
Yes,
That's
shout
great.
out to Oscar Flores and ABC7 for helping me out with all that. And that was really fun. And I'd like to continue doing that. I'd like to continue interviewing musicians in general, not just mariachi musicians. But I do quite like that genre of music. So I will be continuing to pursue that throughout the year. And hopefully it would be nice to not just post clips on social media and clips on YouTube, but to turn those into articles and publications. I think what I might do is start a blog so that if they don't get published anywhere else, at the very least, I demonstrate that I know how to write.
I don't know. I stopped doing New Year's resolutions already. I think I used to do them when I was younger, but now I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. I guess you want certain things for the year, I guess. Because I just think of things that I want to do for the year that I want, like happiness, love, and stuff like that.
I mean, it's fine. I haven't started mine. It's gonna start today.
There you
Oh,
go.
actually, no. I started yesterday.
What did you
Yesterday.
start doing yesterday?
No fries.
No fries.
No
Look at
fries,
you.
period?
Yeah.
I mean, what if you had them like once a week?
Oh no, I
Just
can't.
you want to quit?
I love fries.
Cold turkey. Done. Quit.
Mm-mm.
I don't
So
know.
you're still going to eat fries then?
I'm not gonna.
You're gonna
maybe
try
in
to
like
not
3
eat
months.
fries for as long as you can.
I'm just trying to not eat fries.
What kind of fries?
Curly
Any fries?
fries, onion rings, like regular fries.
So any
Well,
type
onion
of
rings
fries.
aren't fries, but
Well, it's
in the
fried.
fries in the sides. Just we'll give her that.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
in the
Fried
Like
sides.
anything on the
okay.
sides.
How about
No.
switching them to sweet potato fries? Sweet potato fries are good.
They are pretty. Well, nah, some places make them bad. So it
Yeah.
depends how they make them.
Butter?
I wonder if it's a good idea for you to stop cold turkey.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not smoking. Or
It's not
alcohol,
smoking, to be
relax.
fair. I mean,
He's not
we'll
gonna
use
be
a
like,
different term.
"Hey,
I wonder
hey,
if
give
it's
me
a
some
good
of
idea
those
for you to
fries,
stop
man.
altogether.
Let me get some of that bite of those fries.
No, I think it's doable to quit cold turkey. You just have to have a really strong mindset and have that consistency that you're like, and
Yeah.
just be confident. My dad quit drinking cold turkey.
No es lo mismo, but okay.
Yeah.
That's even harder.
I
But I mean, like it's doable for fries compared to
Yeah.
alcohol. It's doable
can.
to quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure you have your mindset. It's like,
Hey, last
It
year when I got
works.
married, I went back to the gym and I started working out and I ate healthy for like all those months prior to the wedding. And yeah, it's just a mindset. Like this is what I needed to do. I wanted to do it. I wanted to look good. And then it went bam afterwards.
Do you still work? You
But I
don't
wanna
work
go
out
back.
anymore?
No, that's a goal. Is I kind of want to go back to the gym, start working out again, because I do see like when I got married and everything. I go, damn. I mean, I still look pretty much the same. I just gained a little bit.
You gotta look good for yourself and
But-
for your wife.
Yeah. But so I do want to go back. My wife also wants to go back to the gym, so go back to working out and eating healthy again. We used to prepare our meals for like at least 3 days and eat nothing but healthy stuff. So we want to go back to that, and of course travel again. I enjoy traveling every year, so do that again. Get a bunch of views this year and get our butts waxed. That's a goal for 2025. And me and
Yes.
JP are willing to do something for 1,000 views. If we get 1,000 views, me and JP are gonna go wax our.
We're going to have someone do it for us.
Yeah, not each other. Yeah, we're gonna go somewhere professionally and have
Oh
our
shit!
stuff waxed. Yeah. Del sol.
I
the sun
told my
doesn't come
mom,
out.
and she doesn't think it's funny.
Crazy that you guys really want to get your butt waxed.
I do, just because
I just want to see the reactions.
we
I
should
know
all
the
be
pain,
there.
so just to
They
like
can't be in the
know.
room or
No, they
what?
can be in the
No.
waiting room.
No,
And
but
that way
like,
you can hear los gritos. I think it would be funny.
think you just
for
scared
y'all.
your mom.
You scared your mom.
Perdón.
Mom, what's going on?
hablando de depilarnos el culo. I think in the new year, I want to make sure que no me duela nada en lo físico y en lo mental. I mean, nothing hurts physically, fortunately.
Míralo.
It's good to be 25. Although I'm small, I weighed myself the other day.
$120.
120 pounds.
I was right.
Yes, you were right. And
Oh, you
I'm
can't
not-
go outside right now. It's windy, homie. Stay inside.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You will fly.
The wind was actually pushing me.
Yeah, I
I'm
was saying.
not even being funny. Last night I was on a walk and it was kind of moving me. So I'd like to put on muscle, not just put on weight a lo tarugo, which in English is in a way that is not particularly healthy. It's hard though.
Damn,
a
that's
veces
your GPS
porque uno, if you don't really have much of an appetite, sometimes you feel like you're eating even when you don't want to, which isn't fun.
That's something. When I was getting ready for my wedding, I was eating a lot, and it sucked. I don't eat a lot, but you had to work out to pretty much. Yeah, I would eat 6 eggs for breakfast,
dang,
I know.
6 eggs.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
but I had to because then I would go I would go work out, and like if I didn't eat the 6 eggs, I would get like ugh, like at the end of my workout. And when I would eat the full 6 eggs and everything, I was fine. Like then I would get back home and I would have a protein shake because I was hungry again. Like yeah, and this is like I would go early sometimes, like 6 in the morning. So I would eat 6 eggs at 5 in the morning. It sucked.
I'm
What?
glad you mentioned that about being hungry afterwards, because when you exercise more, I think it increases your metabolism and
Yeah.
then you start to gain more of an appetite.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm playing soccer on Friday nights and volleyball on Mondays. And
Okay.
so sometimes what I'll do is I'll stop by the carniceria that's near here, La Fiesta Meat Market, and
They got some
I'll
big
get a
burritos
burrito.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah, they got some big
Is
burritos.
that when we ate the burritos last time?
Yes.
Oh, they're pretty good.
It's on Marine and,
Yeah, it's
and
pretty good.
Hawthorne. I think we should close off today's episode by talking about music that has certain meanings that we probably weren't aware
Yeah.
of as kids. I know we wanted to touch that as well.
I just came back from Mexico and heard a couple of songs out there, and it made me start thinking like, this is weird. Why am I singing this song? People are like, yeah. There's 2 Spanish ones that I have, and then I came up with an English one. So the 2 Spanish ones are weird because it's about younger women. So
Girls.
oh yeah, girls actually. Sorry, not even women. Let me tell you.
Drake. Sorry.
Whoa. So Los Angeles
R. Kelly.
Azules.
Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Fuck Drake.
Oh,
A mí me vale madre. What is he going to do?
I don't know. File a lawsuit against our show or something. I don't know.
I
Anyways.
did not assert anything.
All right, so Los Angeles Azules have a song called 17 años, 17 years old.
17
Yeah,
años.
and it literally starts, amigo, sabes, acabo de conocer una mujer que aún es una niña. It's friend.
Which is such a dumbass
Yeah.
sentence, but whatever.
I just met a girl who's just a girl.
No, a woman
Sorry.
who's still a girl.
Yeah, I just met a woman who's actually just a girl.
Which doesn't make any. Which
She's
is
actually 17 years old. Es una jovencita.
Hace 17
Y ya es mi novia. So he already made her girlfriend.
And doesn't he talk about also like that she's his it's her first boyfriend?
Yes. So and later on, she goes, amo su inocencia. I love her innocence.
17
And then I think
años.
his friends like warning him. 17 años, like telling him, bro, she's 17. And then he goes, amo sus errores.
17 años.
Yes. And then that's where he goes, soy su primer novio. I'm her first
17
boyfriend.
años.
And yeah,
I never realized that.
yeah.
And I'm always listening to it now. And like,
And that
there's
one that is
parties.
creepy. There's a creepier one. Let me tell you the creepier one. Hold on.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
Ooh.
There is Los Dinámicos del Norte.
Cántala.
And it also starts with amigo.
Huh.
This one is amigos. Tuve una novia.
Oh, I
A
know
la
the song.
edad de 14
Wait a minute.
años
Is he
era muy
saying
joven.
that's how old he was?
What's the name?
No. He's
Amigo
saying,
tuve una novia a la edad de 14 años. Are you sure?
yeah, era muy joven.
Amigo.
Le faltaba la experiencia. He's
Oh.
talking about her.
Okay.
I had a girlfriend who was 14. She had no experience.
Hay un fantasma.
Sale en la cámara.
Ah!
Fantasma.
No,
Puede pasar.
no importa.
Sí, ahí.
Pásale. ¿Usted está en su casa?
Sí. No se preocupe. Salude.
¿Qué pedo?
Un teléfono.
¿Escuchó la plática, machín? Estamos hablando de
Le
las
llegó esa la
canciones
canción.
raras donde los hombres cochinos hablan de que tuvo una novia que tenía 15,
14 años.
17. Eso para mi gusto no está bien. ¿Usted qué opina?
Muy bien.
What?
Bien.
Oh,
¿Cómo que muy bien?
Well, it's back in the old days. I mean, no. But
Back in the
anyways,
days.
he even, in this song even says, ella me dijo, señor, which means this guy is not a kid. He's not young too, because he's calling it señor, mister. Like, right?
Cochino depravado.
So that's another song that I just thought was weird. Like, he's talking about how she's 14, and she even says, like, she's nervous and she's embarrassed to tell him the truth. But she's 14. Like, you could tell the girl's 14. So there's two weird songs that I thought
That
in
one I've
Spanish.
actually never paid attention to the lyrics
That
until
one's
you're
worse.
bringing it
That
up right
They're
now.
both so catchy too.
Yeah. Amigo,
you gotta do what you gotta do to make a
tuve
song.
una
No,
novia.
yeah. But then
Wait.
we
Are we just going to speed past what this fool just said?
You gotta do what
It's
you
just a lyric.
What do you mean it's just a lyric?
You gotta do what you gotta do to make a song. To make, like, everyone likes a song.
Yeah, but it's
Play
not
it.
just a lyric. It's
I know that they're
No.
catchy.
most
Wait, even-
songs are like based on like
No, in English, all the songs are about drugs, about what else? What else is it in English? I don't
So you're
remember.
trying to say, like, example, R. Kelly, whose songs are always very sexual, are not based on all those young women that he.
Who's R. Kelly? I
¿Cómo que who's R.
don't
Kelly?
know who R. Kelly
You
is.
don't know who R. Kelly is?
No.
No mames.
Who's that?
Oh my gosh, he was one of the most popular, one of the really,
Los
you guys
Miados,
realize
¿no
really
sabes los
good
Miados? Let me
R&B
see.
artists from the 90s and early
Hold on,
2000s.
let me
He was
Mhm.
popular. He was
Oh,
popping.
you know about the
When he's
golden
like-
showers?
I
Yeah.
believe I can fly.
Oh, yes.
Of course you know who R. Kelly is.
I know who that is.
I'm glad he doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
My brain almost exploded because I thought Natalie didn't know who R. Kelly was. But you do know who R. Kelly
The
is.
songs, you can make a song and it may the lyrics may not be true. Are the songs that
No.
you said, are they true?
I
We
don't
don't
know.
know.
that. We don't know
know.
that. It's catchy.
They are
but we
catchy,
don't know
though.
that.
Okay, I have one more song for you guys that you guys might have never thought about. It's very popular. It was very popular when it came out. And it's still actually very popular. Okay. What do you call me when I say something like cool? Eres un...
Perro?
Yeah. Who let the dogs out? It's about catcalling.
Huh?
Catcalling. Like the men are, you know, calling women all these things. And that's the women are saying, who let the dogs out?
I thought dogs was referring to ugly women in the
No.
club.
You have
It's regarding los hombres, pinche perros. Look, it says, I will tell you. Well, the party was nice.
So it's from
The party was pumping. Hey, hiya,
Hey-ya.
yippee, hey-ya, yippee-yi-yo. And everybody having a ball. Huh, yippee-yi-yo. I tell the fellas, start the name calling. Yippee-yi-yo. And the girls respond to the call. I heard a woman shout out, who let the dogs out?
Oh, I'm so fucking dumb.
Oh, so it's the women saying, who let these men out?
Yes, the men
Wow.
are dogs.
They're not.
That one
'Cause
doesn't sound that bad.
It doesn't. Not
No,
like
but
the
it's just, I
first
thought it
two.
was funny because it's another one that So many people saying like, yeah, who let the dogs out? And it's actually about men being assholes to women, pretty much.
Who let the dogs out? They play this song at work.
Everywhere. That's why I think it's funny. Everybody sings it. Everybody thinks it's funny. I think even like, who knows? They probably even put in like cartoons and stuff with kids and stuff.
course.
Nobody even pays attention that
Because who let the dogs out.
Yeah, and it's not really about
It's like The
phrase.
Weeknd winning an award show for a song that he's talking about cocaine.
Can't
Which
feel
is
my
what song?
face.
Can't feel my face.
I didn't know that.
And he won a kids. He even
For
says it on
years.
another song. He's like, I just won an award at a kids show for a song where I'm talking about blow. I can feel my face when I'm with, but I love it.
Yeah.
That song's
Get it.
fire. And I honestly didn't know for the longest time that song was about blow, the booger sugar.
Oh yeah, that's a good word. Tony Montana's friend.
Pumped Up Kicks was one that I was thinking of. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. You better run, better run.
All the other kicks with the fun kicks. That one?
Yes.
Faster than my bullet. And then it has the little whistle break after the second, or is it the second or third chorus? That's the one. And I wonder, like, are they literally talking about shooting up rich kids? Like, that you envy them so much that you're gonna go.
But I mean, back then, like all those songs, like a Virgin from Madonna, like, which it has like, it's literally just I think it's just talking about like starting something new. It's not really legitimate like a Virgin. But and then all the rap songs, they all mostly talk about drugs and
But those are more on the
women.
nose.
¿Cómo la canción la? Iggy, 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 can't you see? Or Biggie,
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 Biggie. I was like, Iggy Azalea?
Azalea.
Biggie,
I just love your
Biggie,
flashy
can't
ways.
you see?
We were more so referring to like songs that where that's you have to sort of read between the lines or just pay attention because sometimes you don't really get it on
Yeah,
the
these
first
other ones that
on the
talk
first
about
listen that oh wow, this song is really, the subject matter is really
17 años.
intense. Yeah, that's a problem.
And that song's
But
so catchy
over there-
too.
It is, but his friend was warning him. I like it.
17
He's like,
años.
17 years
Amo
old,
su
bro.
inocencia. 17 años.
Like he's telling him, like she's 17, bro.
Over there,
And he's
it's,
still like,
it's
I don't care.
different, and I don't like that. I've had Dios tell me like things that I don't want to hear. I remember one time, I think I was 21, and they're like, "Consíguete una de 15," and I'm like, "No mames, güey."
¿Le dices
Qué
güey a tu tío?
cochinos. What?
¿Le dices güey a tus tíos?
If he's telling me to hook up with a 15-year-old, I'll talk to him however I want.
Oh.
A mí me vale madre.
In the pueblos, like where my great grandma, I was talking to her, and I was like, "Oh, ¿cuántos años tenías tú cuando te juntaste con mi abuelo?" And she's like, "Oh, yo tenía 14 años." And I'm like, ¿y
Is
él
that the
cuántos
song?
años?
For real?
¿Cuántos años
Amigos de
tenía
una
él?
novia.
Es la musa.
And I think he
Inspiration.
was 30, in his 30s or in his
What?
20s.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the days, yeah. Even now, I still remember like.
And she lived to be 96, and he died within like once like the last batch of kids were born, and he passed away. And they named the street after him because he was a coronel.
Oh, look at him.
What the? So you
Got a
just
name
told me
sheet
that
after
your
him?
grandma was
Eh.
with the colonel when she was
20
14
year
and he was in his
difference.
30s,
I think he was in his 30s. Yeah.
and they had children,
I mean, back in the days, that
more
was
than
normal.
one.
Mm-hmm.
How many children?
Double digits?
No. I'm like thinking they lost one, but like yeah, like a handful.
I mean, back in the days, that was normal though.
No, back in the days, wild stuff like that used to happen.
Yeah, like I told
Yeah.
you, I was telling you guys about
Oh
quinceañeras.
my gosh.
Like, oh, you're 15, now you're a woman, but that's not true. I mean, back in the days, it was, but now.
Well, it was never true. Back in the days, people had a different concept of what it meant to be a woman.
And
at
it also has
14,
to
15,
do with
you're already
like
married.
your range. Like if you're really poor and you're gonna marry into a family that's wealthy, like back then there was like marry him, you know. And I'm pretty sure maybe that's something that my grandma was like, "Oh, well, I'm poor," and he's, you know,
He's got a
Coronel.
name street after him. Hell yeah, come
Now
over
he
here. What's up,
does.
homie?
Well, it was probably later in life when he
I
had the
know,
street
but
named after
that means
him.
he was doing something right though.
he just got it like a year or 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
Damn.
he's been dead.
He's been dead.
Have
Yeah.
you been to the street?
Rest in peace.
Damn.
Before it was named, yeah.
Nah, but you haven't gone to the new one.
No.
You gotta go take a picture.
Is this in Guerrero?
Yeah, in the little pueblito.
There's actually a street
grandpa's
with my
street right
name
there.
in my mom's pueblo, but it wasn't named after me. It was named after the Pope. La calle Juan Pablo II.
Oh, yeah, there
Tú eres
was
el
a.
primero, so you're not you then.
No. John Paul II was Pope from 1986.
I'm just saying you are Juan Pablo primero.
No.
Who was your primero before you? Your dad's not Juan Pablo.
Well, in my family, yes. My dad's Jose.
Yeah.
His dad was Jose. His dad was Pablo. And I think I forget. Maybe it was Seferino. Oh, they used to have some wild names, these old Mexicans.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
The
Gertrudis,
old white ones.
Gertrudis, Pamphila.
Papila.
Those are the good names I remember.
Evaristo. There's an Evaristo Franco
Domingo.
on my family line.
Ooh, I met a guy once. His name was Perfecto.
Huh?
Perfecto.
Yeah,
How's the name?
that was his name. And I go, it's a lot of pressure, homie.
Just pásalo.
That is a lot of pressure.
Your parents are naming you Perfecto. It's a lot of pressure.
Well,
on you.
they named their kids after the calendar. You know, the calendar in Mexico that has like a specific something. My aunt's name is Ernestina because her birthday is like around the time of like Ernesto something something.
Well, a lot of them was the Santos,
Uh-huh.
like Guadalupe, and yeah. So they were the day of the Santo. And you were born in that day that you would get that name.
I'm curious about the women's names because y'all's names are unique. I remember my mom said she thought she was being funny. Well, she was being funny in her head. She's like, Vicky Victoria. She called you that. She didn't know that was your name. And I'm like, así se llama de verdad. Se llama Vicky Victoria. And
Double
she's like,
V.
what? So
Double
how did
V.
that happen? I'm so curious.
With my name, Vicky Victoria.
Vicky Victoria.
So what my parents have told me was that my mom liked Vicky because there was a lady who called my grandma's name is Virginia. So they would call it Doña Vicky and she liked Vicky. And I guess my mom
Your mom's
had,
mom?
my mom's mom, yeah.
Okay.
And I guess my parents say that my mom had a really tough labor. So it was like a miscommunication between them not knowing English. Again, they're just, they were 19 at the time, not knowing English. And a doctor was like, "Ooh, it's a Victoria, like a victory." Like the labor was such a, like, it was
success.
a success.
Mhm.
And when they filled out the forms, the doctor actually put Victoria on there. And my parents never actually like paid attention to that until later on when I was already home. They paid attention and never went back to fix it.
Wait, so the doctor named you?
Victoria.
What?
On top of Vicky, though, because it's
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
So they didn't even choose it. It was the doctor's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just write this in.
How do you feel
here.
about that?
At first I hated it, honestly, because I'm like, dude, it's the same thing.
How were they able to read it? Because normally doctors write horrible. They normally are.
Good question. I wonder if that doctor's still alive.
Yeah,
I gotta go visit Sharp in San Diego
that's crazy.
and ask. But no, I hated it at first. It was kind of like, I hated Vicky. For a long time, I hated Vicky. But after a while, I started adopting it. I'm like, Vicky Victoria. And then,
I think it sounds kind of cool.
and people get
at this
like,
point.
what? Vicky? I'm like, yeah, Vicky
You got a
Victoria.
beer name after you,
I do. And there's a michelada that's called Vicky.
Vicky. Yeah,
So
it's a
good,
good one.
too.
It's a Victoria
Really?
Michelada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Victoria Michelada, but it's
Yeah,
called
that was
Vicky.
pretty good.
And then Danali. I've much less met someone with the name Danali. So do you know that story?
Okay, so I
Can
think
barely pronounce
I
it.
have- she can't pronounce my name.
I
Pronounce my
can't
name.
either. I just say that now.
You said it.
Danali.
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 Because I used to say
Danali.
Danali, but it's Danali.
It's Danali.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have a cousin. I don't know her name. I never met her, but I believe her name is Danalia or Danaline, something off of that. I'm not really sure. But my parents liked her name, but they just switched it off to Danali. And she's Danaline, Danalia. I have no clue.
Something D-A-N-A.
She's
something.
like 30 years old, but I never met her.
You know, with
Amazing.
me, coincidentally, my grandma, my mom's mom, is
Virginia.
Virginia, and then my mom's dad's mom is Victoria. So coincidentally, it's like I have both my I used to say that I used to have both my grandmother's name, but that's not true.
Did the doctor know this?
I
Did the
know,
doctor know your
right?
grandma? I got mine because my mom was supposed to be Eduarda, which is I was like, ugh,
Huh?
oh, horrible name they would have gave you, mom. I'm glad they didn't give you that. But
Really?
That was supposed to be her name, apparently.
Why?
I don't know why.
I
Because
mean,
they didn't want to name people Maria no more. I don't know.
back then, mothers give their kids the weirdest names.
Not really. A lot of them had
Yes.
just Maria and Jesus, and they just had a different middle name. Like all my tias are Maria, just the middle name's different. So my mom is Maria and Antonia, and then there's Maria Teresa, Maria Guadalupe.
I just realized, I have a tia. My tia Malu is Maria Guadalupe.
Yeah.
And then my tia Auxilio is Maria Auxilio.
They would just change the middle name.
What?
That's
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
I just realized that.
My dad and I don't know if it's all the brothers or some of them. They're all
This is a good
Jose,
Either
Jose, and
or
then the
so
name.
those are like the main names
They also have
everybody
that
had.
too.
Yeah.
And then all the nicknames that come with it.
So that's why I guess my mom didn't get Eduarda. No, we're gonna give you Maria. But yeah, that's how she named me apparently. And I'm the only one out of all my brothers doesn't have a middle name. So stupid doctor didn't put nothing in there, I guess, for me. What?
Yours wasn't a Victoria.
No, it wasn't. No, damn it. And I actually always wish I had a middle name. And I used to hate my name too. I was growing up, because a lot of people, they don't speak Spanish, they couldn't pronounce it right.
Eduardo.
Yeah, Eduardo. And I'm like, so I used to hate it. So they just always just told me, and everybody just called me Eddie at home. So I was just, and it was 4 letters. It was easy to write as a kid. But now as I got older, I don't know. I'm always using Eduardo now. At this last trip in Mexico, all I told people was my name is Eduardo. Yeah, también because in Mexico, cuando les digo my name is Eddie, they're like, oh, Eric. And I'm like,
Eric.
no.
No, don't do that.
It's
Are
like,
you in
no.
Mexico or in a Spanish-speaking country?
It's Eddie. But I'm like, nah.
What
But
is
now
this?
I just prefer
Eduardo?
Eduardo. And I keep using it now, and I enjoy it. I think ever since I started writing articles and I used Eduardo on it, kind of like gave me this pride, and like to show my parents, like, hey, look, I wrote these articles with the name you guys gave me. Like, send them that and stuff. So I think that's when I started using it more. But yeah. Hola.
Oh.
Oh, is that
Dang,
one?
you got your jam right there.
I was looking for
And
it.
I got a beer. And a michelada.
In my house, all of the children have names with a religious significance. Miriam is Maria in Hebrew. That's the Hebrew name for Mary, Miriam. Natalie, some reference to like nativity in Italian. And Juan Pablo is because of the Pope, Juan Pablo II. My dad wanted to have a son after having 2 daughters, even though he won't. I don't know if he would admit this super publicly, but I think he wanted to have a son as well as having daughters. And when my mom was pregnant with me, he told her like, he's going to be a boy and we're going to name him Juan Pablo. And that's how they named me. And I've always liked it, even though the whites, that's not unique to the whites. English speakers,
Anybody.
you know, have trouble with it. Juan Pablo is what I've been called often. And
Or they just say Juan.
Yeah.
or Juan. And that bothers me more.
1, 2, 3.
Even like, yeah, it doesn't happen often, but like in school when we were all together, it really bothered me that like on documents and on my ID, my name would be Juan Franco.
Because most people don't have 2 first names. Very
Right.
rare to find 2 first names. So that's why.
And
Hey, did you ever have a friend named Juan in school?
no, the short answer is no. I
You
mean,
ever had a friend named Juan?
no.
Wow.
Like a close friend, no.
Or
Did you ever
classmate.
play any sports against somebody named Juan? To play,
I play with a guy named Juan.
go one on Juan?
I'm teammates with a guy named Juan. And so over there,
Took a long time.
I-
I got there.
like when I introduce myself to people, I always say Juan Pablo. You can call me JP. Because even for Spanish speakers, I don't expect people to refer to me as Juan Pablo all the time. It's 3 syllables. It's
I don't
a
think
lot.
I've ever called you Juan Pablo.
I don't think you ever called me Juan Pablo.
No.
Just JP.
Yeah, it's too long.
JP or Juan
JP.
Pablo. But not Juan on its own.
No, I've
Because
never called
to
you
me,
Juan
that's
either.
not my name. There are people who call me that, and you know they don't do it maliciously. But that to me, that's not my name. It's always been Juan Pablo.
That's not my name. That's not my name. ¿Cómo es esa canción?
They call me Stacy.
Yeah. They call me Juan. That's not my name.
No, that's not my name. What do you want to name if you had a child and you got to name them? Whatever you want.
Me and my wife have a name ready for a daughter, but I don't want to say it.
We can.
But it's a
leave it at
mixture. It's a mixture of my name and her name that she actually came up with. And when we were in Iceland, we met a lady there from France and had that name, which was
Oh.
like crazy because it's a name that just we put it together. It's not really a common name. And yeah, we met her and we were like it was kind of crazy. My wife got all teary eyed and she's like, I can't believe I'm just meeting somebody with that name. Like we just made up that name. Like yeah, it was pretty cool. She actually became
Oh,
friends
that's
with her.
awesome.
That's really
For
sweet.
a boy, we talked about that actually the other day. We haven't really came up with anything. But I did kind of maybe say like maybe you can have my name as middle name. I don't want him as my first name, but maybe Eduardo as a middle name.
I don't like the idea of naming my son after me if I ever have one. Also, I want to adopt, so
Let's say
they'll have whatever
They
name.
already have a name.
They
bro.
already have a name. But if I got to choose,
Juan Pablo II.
Ooh.
No, I like the
Bien,
name
mijo.
because
You guys can
JP.
hug.
Mexicano tenía que ser. I like the name Jose Alfredo after Jose Alfredo Jimenez.
Ay,
But I would just call him Jose,
Jose.
which is, it's common. That's my dad's name and my dad's name. So then maybe not, just because it's so common, to be fair.
I mean,
Although
you can.
it's less common.
That's why I did a middle
these
name.
days.
Like you could do a middle name as Jose.
Yeah, I like the name Julio.
July.
I like
July.
But you lied to
I
me.
like Julian. Julian.
I like Julian too.
Julian.
Julian's really nice.
I like
But no.
Julia as well for a girl.
Julia. Haven't thought of, well, I've thought about names, but using the tree and not like the tree, like our family tree, like naming them after somebody
Yeah.
who's in like, but if I think about it, everybody has each other's name. Like, for example, like my abuelo Andres, my cousin's name is Andres, or Herman, it's my grandpa and it's my uncle's
True.
name. So like we use each other's name. The only person that doesn't have will be like my mom, Rosa, but her name is actually Rosa Maria. It's the same thing as
My
JP.
grandma has
It's
the same name.
it's not just Rosa,
Rosa
it's
Maria.
Rosa Maria.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Rosa salvaje soy yo. There was another.
Maybe
Is it Rosa
something-
Maria or is it Maria Rosa?
No, it's Rosa Maria.
Because the immigration
Oh.
had my grandma. They were like detaining her for a little while
Oh, there's
because
a-
there was an inconsistency on her documents.
There's a lot of people.
One
that
of them
have
was Maria Rosa,
stuff
another
like
one was
that.
Rosa Maria, and they're like, "Are you who you say you are?" And she's like, "Sí, yo soy Maria Rosa Barba." But one of the documents said Rosa Maria Barba, so they were giving her a hard time.
I've noticed, there's a lot of people
TSA,
that either came from
whatever.
Mexico and became U.S. citizens to their paperwork or their date of birth or
Mm.
something's always off with the actual stuff they have. I think back in the day they were not doing
Yeah.
it correctly.
Over there, I'm Juan Pablo Franco Barba.
Oh yeah, you need to have more names out there in Mexico.
Here, I'm just Juan Pablo Franco.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I have both my parents' last name. It makes my name extra long. Vicky Victoria Pineda de la Cruz.
Damn.
I didn't know it was De La Cruz. I was
De La
going to ask
Cruz?
what your dad's
I
Yeah.
have cousins.
De La
that I
Cruz is a dope last name.
My dad's last name is Pineda, and then my mom's last name is de la Cruz.
Yeah, I have a tío.
Oh.
And my cousins were de la Cruz, and they used to make the cruces. And Tepa, they used to actually make them.
Uh-huh.
They sold them and made them, and their last name was de la.
Oh.
It was crazy.
Shout out to Tepatitlan.
Hell yeah, I was out there like a week ago.
Shout out to Los Altos de Jalisco.
Yeah. All
And
of Mexico.
Guerrero as well.
Who's in Los Altos?
Who's de Los Altos?
We are from Los
Literally.
Altos.
Los
These two?
Altos?
I mean, that's from
What's
Michoacán
the
as well.
pueblo code? Tepa?
Which one?
Tepa?
Tepatitlan.
And then my parents are from, my mom is from Los Dolores. My dad he grew up in La Capilla de
Yeah.
Guadalupe, but he was born in a rancho called El Espino.
Mm.
Oh,
Close to Tepatitlan,
they're all in Los
like a
Altos.
half an hour away.
I tried to run the other day out there. It's tiring.
Well, yeah, estás bien alto. You're like, what,
Yeah.
2,000 meters?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
the
1,000 feet?
altitude?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what's called Los Altos. So,
Hills,
when I used to
mountains.
go when I was younger, I would play soccer, the indoor soccer, and I'm like, why am I dying? I'm like, I play sports all the time in LA. No, it's just you're not used to it.
It takes a toll on you. When I went to Denver, I was not okay.
Yeah, Mile
As soon
High.
as I got to the airport, I was like,
What is
and I
this?
have asthma, so I was like, is it my asthma acting up? But then I come to talk to some lady in the front desk, and they're like, there's no air here, like casually. And I was like, huh?
What?
I got to.
Yeah,
Get
it
used to
does
it.
take a toll.
It
You
takes
get
a
more
minute.
tired.
Yeah.
Stay
Sorry.
safe from the fires if you're in Southern California. If there are other problems in your life, we hope you either find a solution or find some peace, some acceptance of whatever the difficulties are, because it's hard out here, especially when you're handsome and everybody wants to be with you and
It's
ask you
true.
questions and ask for
true.
shit. It's really hard. Eddie and I know.
Yeah.
Nana
It's a
Villa knows
curse.
as well.
Sometimes it's a curse.
Yeah, it's a kind of a curse. Looking
Don't.
and being cute is a full-time job. When you're only kind of cute, like myself, I have to like put more of an effort. Some people don't have to try as hard.
Natural.
I'm not going to name names, but some people are blessed. Some people have to work a little harder. So if you have to work a little harder, I hope that you have the energy. And if you're lucky, I hope that you recognize that and accept that you have been blessed.
Nobody's
But
ugly.
don't be arrogant about it tampoco, because,
Or conceited.
Yeah. First of
Yeah.
all, nobody's ugly.
well,
You're just poor.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, surgery
That's
can fix a
true.
lot of,
It's
you know.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't laughed this hard in the whole show.
Huh?
You haven't laughed this hard the whole show.
Get some Botox.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
Get some
I'm
fake
okay.
eyebrows
Don't forget
on.
to subscribe, like, talk to people, send it out.
Comment,
comment,
Yes.
share, and subscribe.
Let us know if you
Like
have any
below.
other songs that you were like, oh yeah, you guys forgot about talking about this song. It's weird too. Let us know.
Tell us if you have an interesting name origin story.
Tell us of another topic you guys want us to talk about.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
17 años.